watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. You're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 26th, April 16th. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the YouTube channel, the Facebook channel. We got Tuesday trivia coming your way in just a little while, so be sure to get on the YouTube link. Get on the YouTube feed because that is where we monitor the comments. We appreciate you watching on Facebook. We appreciate you watching no matter where you watch or when you watch. But please head on over to the YouTube feed because we're going to play Tuesday trivia soon, and we need you guys to post your answers in the YouTube comments. That is where we check it all out. YouTube. Go to YouTube, please. Appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be sure to follow the Facebook page. Hit the thumbs up. Like the page. Share the link to all your socials. Tell everybody you know. Do all that promotional stuff. Because we need the followers. We need subscribers. We need whatever you call it. Because we want to make some dough. We want to make some dough in this place. We're trying. We're trying hard. Yes, our mom is Ann Margaret. Yes. Frank, yeah. That was the latest new video we have to start the show. Yesterday was some editing genius by Don. Today was some amateur crap by me. But it works. It's a boy, Mrs. Walker. Mrs. Walker, Ann Walker. Today is her birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, John. He says, good morning. Today, Frank and my mother, Frank and my mother, Frank and I's mother, Frankenstein. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's my mother's birthday, Frank's mother's birthday, too. It's Ann Walker's birthday today. She turns 96 years old today, so happy birthday to her. We are waiting the arrival of Kris Thomas, who's going to be here soon. No, she is your brother love child. What? John Rusiello says, no, she is your brother love child. She is my brother's love child is our mother. John, you're on some very good meds this morning. I hope you're feeling good, pal. Happy birthday, he says. Yes, thank you, pal. So happy birthday to our mother. I guess while we're waiting for Kris Thomas, I do have some pictures of my mother I'd like to share with you. The first couple of pictures are from our celebration the other night. I think I mentioned to you yesterday we had the family had dinner on Sunday. I barbecued for our mother's birthday, and so here's the first picture of my mother when she showed up at the house. She brought her own booze with her. I think Kris Thomas has arrived. There she is. Oh, wait, the door opened. It closed. Now, who are you yelling at out there?
Just chit-chatting.
Just chit-chatting and...
There was a young man standing outside in the front, and I wanted to let these men know. I just didn't want to...
Who is he?
He's a beer guy.
Oh, a beer guy. The important stuff. Hello, dear.
Hi, how
nice
are
to
you?
see you, as always. Thanks for coming in.
I'm sorry, last minute. Yeah, last minute. That's how I roll.
Yes. Well, I asked you last minute, too.
That's okay. That's how I roll.
Nice. You just zipped that down for me. Look at you.
Oh, that's nothing.
Well, it must be my birthday.
My keys are in here. They don't put pockets on women's clothing. It really is why we are paid 75 cents on every dollar you make. I swear to God. But so I just carry stuff. I got plenty of room, so you should see me at the gym. It's like iPads.
You start running, things are falling out.
At the gym because I had shit in there, pulled it out, nipple came out.
Nice.
And I was walking around, and a woman's like, "Yo, your nipple is hanging out."
You were walking around like that? See, and everybody got mad at that woman for telling you. Everybody else is like just admiring it from afar.
We were in class, and it was all typically all women take class, and we're friendly now. That's how we met. She pointed out my nipple was hanging out. Tara.
Good old Tara with the nipple.
And I felt like whenever we're together, I tell people the story of how we met because I feel like better for me to tell it than them being like the fucking nipple broad. Yeah, nipple totally hanging. It might have even been this. Oh no, it wasn't this shirt, but it was. I wear the same 20 of the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah, nipple just poking right
Is there video, like security?
I'm sure there's security video of it, but the shit that's at the gym nowadays, like I'm sure there's tits, the titties that are like almost out at the gym are unbelievable with
Really?
women are wearing to the gym. First of all, the pants are like this is a substantial piece of fabric, but
Right.
like if you feel here, like feel this, see how let's
feel
see how
that.
your fingers through it.
Yeah.
That's what they make pants out of, and then they make it with a seam up the ass crack, so it goes like right up the ass. So it's like,
And you just, what are you doing to me
I don't-
today? Oh my goodness!
But
You're
they-
like pulling you and you're touching, and I'm like talking about tits. I'm going
oh, I
crazy.
just walked in too. Their pants are like just painted on these girls, and it's like up their ass. So there's nothing. There's not even like you know exactly what's going on.
Wow.
And then the shirts. I mean, there's this one woman. She wears like I swear a tube top, and when she does like her side thing, she has to hold her titties in. And I'm like, if you have to hold your titties in, like maybe just invest in a little more fabric.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Like, and then I work out with mostly men. Like, so downstairs are classes, mostly women. Upstairs, I work out with men. And they're like, they don't really, as much as they're like, mamacita, like I work out with a Dominican. And so half the shit's in Spanish. But even he's like, the men will be like, these women are like, oh, they're all staring at us, these creepers. But you're walking around.
Right. Yes.
With like see-through shit on. Like even I'm like, is that woman naked over there? Like there was this woman, she wore this painted on fabric outfit and it was the same color of her skin. Like even I'm like, oh, is that woman naked?
Right. I mean, I don't want to defend, in all seriousness, I don't want to defend creepers and guys who are like, oh, but yeah, sometimes you can't help, based on the way they're dressed, you can't help but take a quick look. And it's not even a creep thing. It's just like, you just
like
want to look to see what's going
unusual.
on.
Right. Like if you had a horn coming out of your head, I
Right.
would peek over and look
Exactly.
at your horn. I'd
Right.
check your horn out. I would not. So
Wow.
yeah. No, but it's just like we're a culture of a certain amount of, just like if someone, you had never seen a burqa before and someone walked in with a burqa, which is more clothing, you would be like, oh, check out the burqa. I live in Floral Park, so burqa's nothing to me. But, you know.
What? What does that mean? They have burqas in Floral
Fucking
Park?
more than I've ever seen before.
What?
Women walk down my street full. My dog would hate them. She used to chase them. Yeah, because I mean, it's alarming. It's like you just see the eyes.
Yeah,
now.
right. Oh, so there's a large population of...
A notable population.
Yeah. Oh, okay. A
Yeah.
notable pop. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had never seen it before in this country, and you only saw it like on media, right? And then no, and it's kind of bullshit because the men are just like, we're dressed regular, but the women are
absolutely, it's bullshit.
wearing like goddamn umbrella covers. It's insane.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't get that.
It's bullshit.
And it's got to be hot too, man.
I mean, I go to Disney a lot, and
Yeah.
these fucking women in these things in Disney, they got to be swamp. There's got to be a swamp going on. There's got to be bread coming out of that vagina. There's got to be moss growing in the ass crack. I mean, it's got to be fucking hot. It's hot. I like Disney. It's hot there.
Let's go back to the titties.
Titties there. I was just talking to guys today at the gym about titties.
Yeah.
One of the men, I'm sure they wouldn't be offended. One is 43, has a beautiful wife at home, very curvaceous. That's what he's into.
Okay.
The other guy, I don't know what his wife looks like, but he was 67, and he spent a lot of time in Thailand, and he was talking about how, like, you can get anything you want in Thailand, like.
You mean like prostitution? You mean
clean prostitution?
Oh.
The women making the so he showed a video of the women making the noodles on the street, and they wear like their titties are just hanging out with like these little things on.
Well, wait a minute. So they're making noodles in the street with their
Correct.
titties out. Why are they making, like, you can walk up to it and just buy a bowl of noodles? What?
Yeah, like street food.
Oh.
It's like the food truck.
Like
Thailand.
okay, all right. But their titties are out.
I mean, their nipples are covered, but their titties are out. And he says like the lines down the block, and I'm like, at what point do you guys ever just are like, all right, enough titties? Like, you can get titties anyway. Like, you want to see titties, like Pornhub is free. Like, see as many titties as you want. At this point now, like Coachella, there was just some festival at UBS. The girls are walking around, and I'm not saying boys don't. I'm just talking about titties. So, for whatever, I'm 50. I'm just gonna say the girls and their titties. Okay, I don't care whatever's going on in the world. They're just titties out.
Oh,
and the men are still fascinated. And here I am talking to a 67-year-old man that lived all over the world, still fascinated by titties.
Well, yeah. Well, you mentioned Pornhub. Yes, you can watch anything you want on these porn sites, but
Anything.
But it's a completely different experience when they're titties like real titties in your face, not watching it on a screen, like real.
But they were
in
showing
person.
like, "Ooh, can you believe you could go see titties in Thailand?" But then you could go to Crystal Cafe or titties.
Well, yeah, but a lot of the strip club. Well, I haven't been to a strip club in a long time, but I don't know, they're not. There's a level of sleaze. There's a level of skank. Some of them are really pretty girls, but most of them aren't.
I mean,
and you're paying for it, like.
I guess
I
I was in
different.
Manhattan last night,
Yeah.
and girls just titties out.
Really?
80 degrees, titties out. I was in the theater district, so it wasn't even like I was like at a
Like a bad area.
pool or not even a bad area, like a pool, a rooftop pool. People going to plays, titties.
The girl was walking into one of the theaters with her titties out?
I did not see nipple, but like the low cut shirt is and no bra. Girls, support the titties. No one's wearing bras anymore. Do you notice that?
I haven't
Like
noticed
your
that.
son's age, like that group.
See, I try not to
Can't
look
help.
at.
It's not like I'm looking at the titties. I don't like titties. I'm all guy. Like I love
Yeah,
them.
you are.
I do.
I know. I'm being stupid.
I'm very like gruff and everything, and people are always like, "You're a little dykey." Listen.
I don't see anything dykey
really?
going on.
My
No,
friend
not at
Rob
all.
Rush thinks I'm a lesbian.
Really?
But
He
like,
wishes you're a lesbian.
Well, he doesn't say I'm a lesbian, but he's like, "You've definitely been with women," and I haven't. I have no interest. I'm actually disgusted by the vagina. I think it's disgusting.
Disgusted by the
It
vagina.
looks like a wound, and I didn't make that up. I heard a comedian do a shtick on it, and I was like, "That is very accurate."
Well, I'm going to disagree. I mean, yeah, I understand the wound, but I do think it's beautiful, and I love it. I love it.
So weird and anyhow.
What? Like a penis isn't weird? It's a stupid thing sticking out of your body. That's weird too, and it's not as pretty as a vagina.
I mean, your balls, not your balls, but like balls of men, is a little questionable. But I always just treat them like the two friends. Like you have a great guy, and he's got two friends you got to deal with.
I think I've talked about it on the show, but I had a doctor once to tell me I had a good set of balls. Those were his exact words. You have a good set of balls.
Really? Did he buy you dinner?
I think he wanted me to buy him dinner after that.
Oh.
But I walked around a little proud for a while.
Oh, good.
But
As you should.
But I couldn't flaunt it.
I'm sure there's places out there for you to flaunt it.
People are bringing out the titties. Maybe there's places where we can bring out the balls.
Well, do you see the gray sweatpants? I mean, had to have seen the gray sweatpants videos all over.
I do know what you're talking about. I haven't really seen. I've seen maybe
they're
two.
on my thread all the time.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
And I'm not really like, I don't. Again, if I was at the gym, I would be like, put your junk away. Like, we're here to work out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's a big difference between fat, ugly, sweaty balls and a nice set of titties.
There are guys walking around with like you can really see.
Yeah,
their
I have no
junk.
desire to see that.
Like even at the, I would be.
Yeah,
I
agree.
am fortunate enough where really everyone, the men at my gym, I don't really even notice. Like it's a titty flesh with a t-shirt up here is a lot different to note. But like if there's someone in like real short shorts at the gym, like a man, I'm like, put that shit away. There's a lot of skin contact.
Yeah.
Well, he is gay.
See, there it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fine. If those guys like that, fine, knock yourself out. I mean, I don't particularly want to see
Well, my thing
balls.
at the gym too is there's a lot of contact, and I am a big like I wipe my shit down.
Oh, yes.
Before and after.
Absolutely.
And there are people that don't. If I had planned this, I can show you multiple photos where I'm like, this is disgusting. I take a picture.
It's not a rule to wipe that shit down.
They put up signs. They don't enforce it. I've had arguments with the manager.
Absolutely.
Because I've got yelled at for other things at the gym, and I'm like, you're gonna fucking yell at me when I got the shroud of Turin here on the bench.
What have you gotten yelled at for?
I wasn't wearing a mask during COVID.
Oh.
With Rob, it was me. Well, for all the listeners, Tony recently met my friend Rob, who I go to the gym with a lot.
Well, Rob Rush is would you say a local celebrity kinda? He's a radio DJ. He's.
I would not say that out loud.
Well, he's your.
It will make his head even bigger.
Well, I am kissing his ass because I'd like to get him in here one of these days.
Well, I asked him if he could come today, and he didn't. He's going to. Well, he's working. He's in a meeting right now. I actually asked him a question. He's like, "I'm going to my meeting." He's very grouchy, but he's going to you know he does the Mets.
Right. Yes.
So he's doing the Mets next week, but he's doing something at Malloy with Dwight. I know Dwight's big in the news now.
Yes. Well, he just had his number retired.
Well, my sister's, she might be watching. She loves the Mets. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a little.
Was she there for the?
Do you think she was there, Tony? Let's hedge our bets.
Wow, I hit a nerve
Are you
there.
not friends with her on Facebook?
Of course I am, but I didn't see anything.
In a box. In a box.
Oh. Sorry, I thought we were talking about something else. She was in a box at the Met game. Very nice.
Yeah.
Kris is like, why did I bother coming in here today?
No, not true. I love it. I get it all out there. Get it all out there.
Let me read some comments, and then I got a bunch of things I wanted to...
We got comments.
Of course we got comments.
Bring 'em on. I'm sure it's about titties. Ooh, I just...
let's see. Yeah, I know. Richie Byrne broke the chair.
Okay. I almost just broke it.
She can dial a phone number with her nipples, says Fremder. Tara...
I cannot, but I can do a lot of stuff with my feet. I can like write words with my feet.
Really?
I can pick things up. Like I don't bend over to pick stuff up. I do it with my feet.
All right.
Here we go. Da, 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 da.
Hang on. Let me... All right.
Are we going to do this on
I'm going to
camera?
put this pen on the floor. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can set a camera up. Well, why wouldn't I? All right, let's see.
Here we go.
All right, hang on.
Good thing I have socks on. I didn't. Okay.
Well, even with the socks on, you could still pick things up?
I have avocado socks on, too, nonetheless. Yeah.
All right, let's see. So I'm setting a camera up.
All right. And I have leg warmers on because I love the 80s, and I was not a rich kid in the 80s, so now I buy all myself all the shit I never got in the 80s.
Now, let me see if that works. Hang on a second.
Do you want me to, sit up here?
No, I'm going to...
here on the counter?
I'm going to put a pen right down there, and
Okay.
because I think the camera... Oh, of course, I'm having issues with the camera. Damn it. Now I'm having issues with my microphone. Hang on. Damn it. Jeez, there's so many wires and stuff. I'm walking all over stuff. All right, hang on. Let me see.
Let me know if you got anything.
See, and I can't see the screen, so I have to walk back here to see if it worked. And, okay. All right. I think we're good. All right.
Is it? Okay.
All right. So... This pen?
A pen's fine.
Okay. the cap is loose, so if the cap falls off, we won't blame you. No, wait, no, you said pick it up off the floor.
Oh, you want me to? I thought I was writing with the pen.
Oh, all right. Pick it up
Like
off the
a
floor and then write with the pen. I'll put some
Sure,
paper
I can
down.
pick a pen up off the floor with my foot. This is like PT.
You just...
Here's your pen.
Oh, look at that. Now I love this pen even more. All right, go ahead. Write. I love you, Tony Walker.
Oh, that's a lot, but.
All right, just I love you, T. I heart tea. And of course, don't forget, I haven't lost the fact that you're just rubbing it in that you have feet. Show off. Show off.
Wait, you distracted me. I didn't say it's good penmanship.
Oh, that's all right.
That's funny.
I'm watching you and laughing.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't believe this is what we're doing.
So, between you and me, and I actually thought of starting, and
Oh, look at
it's
that.
not too bad, right?
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I thought I would start, like a OnlyFans where I would write people things. Guys are into feet, apparently. And I don't have bad feet. This one had surgery, but you could barely see the scar anyway. But I have pretty good feet, and I would draw pictures. So
that's a good idea.
I don't think it's. Let's just say I made an Instagram page. It didn't take off, so I didn't run with it.
Oh, really?
Called Sketchy Feet. If people
Sketchy Feet.
I did have. Yeah. I thought it would be a great idea, but I just. You know what it is? I always think someone's going to come murder me.
I knew.
Find out and then be like, no, I love you and your feet, and come find me. I'll Purell your pen also. I'll Purell it for you.
No, I didn't want you to.
It was between my toes.
So what? It's Chris Thomas toes.
I'm also. I don't like germs so much. It's funny. Like I'll let sleep with a random dog I find on the side of the road, but I won't like if I'm in a restaurant, I get like all skeeved out. That's not bad though, right?
I love it. That made my day right there. That was hilarious.
Yeah. I can do things with my feet.
The bumps on nipples are braille for suck here.
That's funny.
That's Fremder. John Lucillo, you have to see the micro bikinis in Florida. Okay.
Yes. I don't know where they must have, because the thing is, I'm sure now as a seasoned man, like there's this thing like the Kardashian, if you ever saw her tiny thong that she makes, or that, like there we have vaginas. There's a most people have a vagina. Not everyone has like this Pam Anderson, because we also the Pam Anderson. Like that's just like nothing. So like these micro bikinis, that would be. I'm just saying that would probably disappear on a majority of women. I'm just saying that you wouldn't even see it anymore.
It would disappear in the vagina?
In your labia. I think there's like this idea that like it's just like we're like Barbie. Not the case.
I think Pam Anderson, like she's doing this thing now where she's not wearing makeup and all.
She looks so good.
Yeah, I think she looks fantastic.
She looks good. I wish she had not fucked up her eyebrows, or really not fucked up her face. So beautiful.
Agreed.
I love the documentary. You fall in love with her.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's a good.
Yeah?
You really just feel for her, and then if you partner that with the Playboy, documentary where it's like these fucking kids, they're kids, and this old man's bringing them and grooming them, and I understand they're legal, but shit that went down there is fucked up.
Who you would say the old man? You talking about Hugh? Yeah.
And his friends, yeah.
Yeah, you see, like before when you mentioned kid, people are kids or my kids' age walking around like I can't.
So fucking
like
gross.
I can't look at a kid that's my kid's age and be like, hey, like no way.
Jane Fonda just was on some interview saying like, if I was to sleep with someone, they would have to be 20 because I don't like old skin, and I was like, that's a fucking predator. That is a predator.
That's kind of weird.
If 20-year-olds are being arrested for having sex with 15-year-olds, which I agree, they're children. Like. You're like 65, 70. I mean, she's got to be almost 80.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Yep.
Like,
agreed.
I see people that are my kids' age, and yeah, no, I'm not in. I like a good old man. I think we've discussed that too. Like,
Yes, we
have.
Yeah, I don't like. I like even people like Billy Joel. His wife, I think, is around 40. But if I'm his age, where she's 30 years younger, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, 40, I think, is more acceptable.
I'm 50. Yeah, I wouldn't really find an 80-year-old attractive, but I found 70-year-olds attractive. So like 20 years.
Yeah. That's got to be. I don't know. It's still. I mean, especially you're very active 50, where you're with a guy approaching 80, and you got to start changing his diapers and staying home because he can't move.
So that's the thing. I mean, I have friends of a very wide age.
You do.
And one of my good friends is 70. The guy is, you would never know. Even the guy I was telling you about before, 67-year-old.
Right.
If I showed you him or like what we're doing at the gym, you would never think this guy's 67. And then I have other friends who coincidentally are also at the gym, and they're like 65 or 63, and they're like a mess.
Right. Yep.
So there's an age thing. I also know people that are like 35 that I could say like, I do find this person attractive because they're like, they carry themselves differently, and then it's like, then these other just knuckleheads.
Yeah, but there's a difference. You can say, yes, so and so is attractive, but then to say I'm attracted to them to the point where I want to sleep with them or be with them and romantically involved with them. That there's a difference.
Yeah.
Where I remember being, in my late 30s when Britney Spears came out and thinking...
like a kid.
Like, I had guys I worked with who were like, hey, did you check out this Britney Spears chick? I was like, stop it!
I think that was, like, also acceptable pedophilia. I think that there is... like, why is she dressing up like a schoolgirl? Why do you find that attractive? Like,
right.
she dresses... That's like dressing someone up like a... Yeah,
right.
I do find that creepy.
Yep,
I
I'm with
also
you.
find this creepy that there's, like, this whole thing about, like stepsisters and stepbrothers. It's fucking weird, right?
Even when I'm watching, in the past when I've watched porn, even though these girls are not stepsisters, but just the title, I still couldn't watch it.
So gross. I agree.
And I know a bunch of guys are going to make fun of me right now, but I'm telling you, I couldn't.
No. They're going to make fun of you? That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even, I was just watching this mini documentary on this tribe in a remote place, but this couple raised this girl. It was a tribe where men would have multiple wives, and then when she became of age, he took her as a wife. And I was thinking, to even know someone that you've known as a child and then
that's kind of weird.
That's weird to me.
And then to say when she comes of age, what age is that?
Yeah, who knows? It's
Yeah,
they have discs in their nose. Yeah, I agree. I think that's weird. I think the whole step thing, porn, family porn, is weird. And I think it's like, are we normalizing incest? Because I'm not down with that.
So is that why you don't get naked with me? Because because me and Brian were like
Ding,
brothers.
ding, that right. That no, but even this is going to sound a little weird, but I just don't find. It's not that there's never the case, but like, especially if they're in their dress blues, like firemen, not attractive.
Oh.
Because they are like family to me in my head.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Right, because we're not just talking about your brother, we're talking about your
dad. Mostly. So
right.
like dress blue firefighters, FDNY particular, like I just.
So what is your favorite?
That's like family to me.
What is your favorite kind of man?
Ooh, I will shoot myself in the foot by saying a type, and then because then all of a sudden I'll find something out of that complete box attractive. But I don't know. There's like these two. I can't believe we're talking about this. So I'm very careful at my gym that I work out with men and they talk about the girls very openly. It's like ridiculous to me. But I know they would bust my balls and they would make a scene if I let them know. But there are two men there that are, I find like, and again, for me, physical attractive is like this tiny, but then
penis. Oh.
No, this tiny, and then they open their mouth and it could be like I don't like it's. I find it odd that men can just like purchase sex from a woman and find that sex satisfying. Like I would not find, like I could go to Chippendales and be like, oh yeah, and that like I would not want to have like.
No, I understand. I understand why people will pay, but at the same time, I do agree with you. It's so much. It is better when you have a connection to that person.
It's not even
without
better.
A doubt.
I don't even think I could finish. Like I couldn't. I would be like, shut the fuck up. Like if somebody's like super hot. I mean, I've had that experience in my life, like where people have been so attractive, and then they start talking.
Oh, I'm with you.
And I'm like, see you later. But then there's like a person who like there's something about him. There's a connection.
Oh, there's plenty of people
not winning any modeling contests.
If she's a dick, it totally takes away from her good looks.
Not even
absolutely.
Think like I just have, and especially now that I'm older, like I just feel like I was telling someone today, there's just some people I'm more aware, not to get too zany here, but like I'm very more aware of energy. And if there's someone like it's not that you're bad and it's not that I'm better. There's a feeling when I get around you, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to be around you.
Wow.
I could name 5 people probably. I've even been in places that I'm like, something's off here and get the fuck out of there. Like I'm very.
Are we still talking about like a romantic type attraction, or you're just talking about in general,
people,
like
people
you don't even want to be friends
though,
with?
in my life, though, there are people that I've come around. And it's like, ooh, there's something. I remember once I met this person. I will just say I was with Antoinette, and I met there was a man. I had met him before, but we met him again. And I was like, oh, I have a crush on this guy. And I did tell Antoinette, like, oh, I have a crush on this guy. And then when the 3 of us were talking, she was like, I can fucking feel it. She's like, there's something with you too. Like there's something. And I think in my life there has been like, there's a feeling like there's in my life, like, yeah. Like I do feel it, and now I wish I was more aware of it when I was younger, but it's like, ooh, that person. Like,
wow.
Even if I didn't know them, like across the room, like you hear those stories, I 100% agree.
Really?
And I feel like I have that with friendships, and I feel like I also have that with like, I don't know what it is, I don't like that person. You know who's
I've had that.
Kevy, my brother Kevin, man, will fucking be like that. Stay away from that person. He's like, we call him Nostradamus.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. That's great.
He predicts and the
really?
It's fucking crazy.
He's a great guy.
My mother was like that.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit. Because she would know, like, if you did something wrong. Like, and I know people will say, like, that's mother's instinct, but, like, my mother would know that person's good. But my brother will be like, it's crazy. A little crazy sometimes.
You know who's good like that, too, is Shevlin. It's happened to me a few times where he's come to me, you're going to have trouble with this one.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be right.
Yeah, there's something there.
And we did a show once thankfully, in all our years of doing murder mysteries, it only happened once where we were at a show and one of the actors didn't show up.
Oh.
And it was weird, but it was a shared feeling. We can contact Sally. She'll verify this. We were pulling up in the parking lot to the venue. I pulled up and I said to her, right, as soon as we parked, I said, I have a feeling so-and-so isn't showing up today. And she's like, what? I said, I'm telling you. We walk in, we're setting up. Eric shows up about half hour later. He said to me, he goes, I just have this weird feeling that so-and-so isn't showing up today. I go ask Sally what I just said to her a half hour ago. Sure enough, this guy didn't show up. And I had to call him. He had some bullshit excuse for not coming. We had to, it was a crazy afternoon. But yeah, he's done that to me a few times. He'll come to me, oh, this one, you're going to have a problem with this one. And he's been right.
That.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
just
totally.
Something about it, I try to explain it to people like, it's like if there's sorry.
That's all right. You got to get it.
Oh, my God, it's my sister. She's probably watching the show.
So answer it.
No.
Put it on speaker. Give it to me.
No.
Come on.
Oh, God. Kath. Kath.
What do you do?
I'm with Tony Walker.
What are you doing? Another show?
Yes, you're on the air.
And we have a call in the middle of Jamaica.
So she's not watching the show. So I say hi to Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, baby.
How are you?
Oh, I'm better now. How you doing?
And what character are you playing today?
Where are you? Why don't you come down here?
I'm in Jamaica right now. Not the good Jamaica, the bad Jamaica.
What are you doing over there?
She teaches.
Oh, I have students in all different areas of Queens.
Students, you're still involved in that work shit? I thought you were just going to Met games all the time.
No, I should. It was a good game the other day up in the suite.
I bet.
Getting spoiled.
Chris is all jealous.
Names. Let me pick them up off the floor.
No, she's not. She couldn't care less about baseball. She makes fun of it.
Nope.
Couldn't care less.
That is a fact. They could be.
She couldn't care less.
That's right.
She's like, you're doing that baseball thing
really,
again.
all sports I don't care about. They could all be. The Islanders could be sitting at my dining room table. I would not know who they are. All right. Well,
one thing I am going to talk to her about is your son, who's hitting the big time here.
He is. You have to get in to see it. We were in last night, and we have the premiere on Friday. So
very nice. I would love to make my way over there to see that.
Yeah, it's ask Kris. She'll give you a true review.
We'll do it. Yeah, it is. It's on my list of things to talk about here today.
Yeah, it's almost surreal. In fact, it was a little for me yesterday. It was a little bit of a buzzkill because we had seen it off Broadway, and I guess just moving from theater to theater, I really thought I'd have more of an emotional impact at being Broadway. But I think Friday, when they have the big pomp and circumstance, he just told us there's going to be a big party down at the Seaport afterwards, so we'll be going down there. So I think then I'll feel it. Right now, it's just, it's not that I'm not excited. It just was, I don't know. I guess Kris can. I don't know, Kris, how did you feel?
You know me. I'm cool. I play cool. I'm cool all the time. When do I ever get riled up?
Good answer.
It was nice talking to the people around us. Of course, Ed was like, he couldn't wait to bust out and just tell somebody. He was so funny.
I bet.
He's like, yeah, and Tom plays a nasty bastard in the play.
He was more, so they revised it since it was off Broadway, and he's even more of a douchebag now. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Except the one scene where he's speaking with her and he says, please just say I'm family.
Yeah.
During the off-Broadway, they had a rip-roaring, screaming face-to-face fight. They really toned that down a lot yesterday. A lot.
Yeah. Well, let's not ruin it.
But he really is. But he is. I'm a little anxious because there's a lot of F-bombs with my mother-in-law going, but we'll have to forewarn her. So
that's great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
right,
the music is good
later.
too. The music is good. So.
Good.
Okay.
You me for the show? All right. You don't want my interview on air.
I want you to focus on your driving for safety reasons.
I could drive and talk at the same time.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye. What was that about?
I have, you know.
Wow. You looked. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was boredom or pissed off.
It's weird to talk about a play about like people haven't seen the play.
Well, but this is big news.
Okay, it is really big news. So my sister's son, Tom.
Yeah.
He is. No, he's been acting for a while.
Yeah. Gotten around a little bit.
He really wanted, and he was very particular. There were times when he didn't have a job. We'd be like, just fucking take a job. And he'd be like very particular. And now he is starring on Broadway. It really is his dream come true.
Right.
He was in a movie,
right,
which was pretty big, with Samuel Jackson and Uma Thurman, and he had a headline.
It was just out like a year ago.
Yeah, but the movies aren't like what they used to be, right? So it's like, didn't get the thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's exciting for him to be on Broadway.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
It's good. It's good. I mean, I've seen it twice. I think it's definitely good. I don't like musicals, like where people just bust out and fucking song for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
Joe loves that shit. I can't stand it. And this is a musical where it's about a band, so it makes sense. Like if you've seen Once, it's kind of like along those lines. Like they're supposed to be busting out in song, and it's 1977. It is exceptionally well appointed as far as like clothing and the studio. It's all shot in the studio. I love that shit, like the little, like the wood paneling and the type of clothing and the pillows, all that, even like the beer that they drink and the coolers that they use, everything's like very well appointed. It very much mimics, from what I understand, like the making of the Rumors album for Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, nice.
Because there's like the dynamic of the group, who's sleeping with who's married to whom,
right?
Things like that.
There was a lot of that with that album, that band.
The same, and it was like really good. And they I mean, these kids, they're 36, but these kids can sing. Like they sing right there live in front of you, and it's like they can sing.
Yeah, and your nephew can sing?
Oh yeah, Tom could always sing. So he sings, yeah.
Well, Ed sings.
Ed is a good
Tom's
singer.
father, right? Okay.
And even Connor's a great singer.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
He's been doing like street kind of performance. I'd like to get him to, like I said, that there's places where they need, like even at the Vineyards out east, like just someone with a guitar. He's very good. Connor's very good. And so yeah. So it's in previews now. It's called Stereophonic. Oh, you know what? One of the cool. See, like I'm very cool. I'm cool. I'm chill. Like,
I know it.
Yeah. So, like, if somebody, like, there's rarely a celebrity that I'm like, or like the idea of celebrity that I'm like, oh my god, like, there are a few I've known, but this was something that was cool. So in the merch, they have merch. And they have a sweatshirt with Tom on it. Like, I think that's pretty cool. That one of the merch items is a sweatshirt with my nephew on it. So, but Tom's cool too. He's like me. Like, he doesn't care if you're, yeah, that's hard to see. So he's on a sweatshirt. It's like the whole band. But he, like, I have a no, in my life, as I've told you before, like, I have a no asshole policy. Like,
yes,
you want to be a vegan, you want to be a woman today, you want to be Orthodox Jew, you want to be Muslim, you want to be brown, if you happen to be brown. I know you can't choose that. If you want, I really think I don't care. I try to live my life like that. You want to be a celebrity or you want to be the garbage man? I don't care. Just don't be an asshole. And then we'll start from there. And then, like, then there's the do our energies match, blah, blah, blah. But so, like, like even you said before, like, I know it's just Long Island, but like, oh, Rob's like a celebrity. Like, Rob is like the guy on the he fucking is the guy on the treadmill next to me. And might you go to a local concert and see him up there, or might I see Antoinette on the news? Like, this shit's all the same. I met
I totally agree. I was
Trottier. Who was
Brian Trottier?
Yeah, so we were having like a luncheon with him, and like, again, I don't know fucking who the guy is, but I do like nice people, and I did really like him, and we were chatting, and we actually wound up having lunch. He's like, oh, Kris, I'll sit with you. And I think that kind of me being like, cool.
Yes.
Is why he like was like, oh, Kris, I'll come sit with you. And there was also this other woman, like, I don't know what she does for the Islanders. She's like the season ticket woman. I thought she was very nice. I actually tried to set her up with my nephew Ryan. He had no interest.
What's her name? First name? She a little blonde?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I know a girl. I know a girl that works in Island. There's a little cute blonde. She's only 20.
Oh no, this one's in her 30s. She came from Florida. So when I do remember though, when the Florida team won, she got one of the rings. Oh, they get the rings.
Yeah, they do.
And then we always joked how. It was just a luncheon. Like
Don Sill has 3. He has 3 rings because he worked for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Really?
When they won Stanley Cups. Yeah, he's got 3 rings.
Yeah, they're like schmancy rings.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're huge.
They're crazy rings.
Yep.
So like.
No, I agree. I like. I just like talking to people, which is why I think I enjoy this so much.
Yeah.
And I like. In fact, you saw him, the guy, the exterminator. I've had great conversations with him. I've had great conversations with celebrities. But I like going to people. Like if I see a local band in some dive bar, I like going to them after and say, hey, I really liked what you did, or I liked when you played this song, or I like how you mixed this up, and then have a conversation. So I'll do that with anybody. So I've met celebrities, but not because I'm a star fucker. I just like telling them, hey, I enjoyed this. Or I met Barry Bostwick on an airplane once, and I just said to him, hey, I really enjoyed whatever movie. Some movie came up in my head, and I said, I really enjoyed this movie.
Oh, he's an actor.
Barry Bostwick is an actor. He was in Rocky Horror. He was the main guy with Susan Sarandon in Rocky Horror. He was.
I'm also terrible with names. It helps me not be so starstruck too.
Right.
I can't remember the name.
True. But yeah, you mentioned Tracci. I mean, Gary Carter. I had dinner with him once. In fact, you mentioned Fleetwood Mac. I was backstage at a Fleetwood Mac concert, and there was Gary Carter, and I had a Met shirt on, like I do now. So he came to me, and we got to talking. We got food from the buffet, and we sat down and had lunch together for 15 minutes. Super nice man. I wasn't sitting like, oh my God, it's Gary Carter. And I just, we were talking about baseball and about Fleetwood Mac, and we just had a nice guy, a nice time. He's a man of faith, so we talked about that for a minute. It's just I just like talking to people. I hate most people, but I like talking to them.
Yeah. Well, I like people. I like nice people. I like no assholes, So
it's a good rule.
Yeah. And there are people that I've met that I'm like, that guy's a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who fucking have no right.
like certain soap opera stars.
I've mentioned that before.
Yes.
Soap opera people. I don't know if he's a local celebrity. I don't fucking know who he was, but I'll tell you, he was a dick to me, and I think it was a bully attitude. And now the idea that he even thinks he's a local celebrity, and then if I ever fucking saw him perform, I would be like, you're a dick. Yep. I would never be like, well, he's fucking douchebag. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Billy.
They got another soap opera star coming, I think it's this Sunday. Maurice Bernard from General Hospital will be here at Governor's in Levittown.
Is he nice?
I don't know. I've never met him.
We'll find out.
The guy I have met from General Hospital was not nice.
Dick. It takes 0. And I understand people are busy, whatever, everyone's trying. The shaking the hands would be very uncomfortable for me, like if I'm eating. If I'm not eating, it's fine. But just be indifferent. Like sometimes I've even said with Antoinette, just say... And she'll talk to anyone. Really.
She's the sweetest person.
Will talk to anyone. I've even said to her, like, there are people you get friendly with that I'm like, they're looking for something. People,
right?
But there is this. It's just a weird story. There's someone who I don't like that I found out lives in our town. I don't even know. I never met her in person. It's just an online thing. And I'm like, if you ever fucking take a picture with her, I'm going to be pissed. Because she's going to post it and tag you and this and that. And I'm like, if she asks, you're going to say, they don't let me take pictures. Nobody ever asks who they are. She's just going to assume it's the station. And you just say that. They don't. Because that's what Sarah Jessica Parker tells people. So I'm like, you fucking say that. Because I knew that she was in town one day, that Antoinette was doing the tree lighting at Floral Park, and so I said, don't you fucking take this is her picture. You see this woman? Again, she's someone who I like pinned as someone who's, and not even in person.
Right. And the weird part is you're probably right about that.
I'm probably right.
All right, let me get...
I'm always right, Tony.
Well, that's true.
Okay, good answer.
No doubt about it.
Good answer.
Let me finish comments, and then...
Oh, let's see your comments.
We have some family stuff to take care of, and then we got to do
family?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Like porn?
No, real family. It's
I'm kidding.
like porn.
Like the porn family.
If
thing?
you want to
By
watch
the way, if
porn,
you
I'm more than
sit
happy
in
to
this
sit and watch porn with
chair-
you. What?
If you sit in this chair, like
Yeah.
it's so unflattering.
No, it's not.
It is. I look like I'm pregnant. Like I had to zip up my shirt because it was so
You
unflattering.
are Kris Thomas. There is nothing unattractive about you.
This chair is. I always tell people perch when I take their photos. You got to perch. Anyhow.
You know how many people like come to me? They're like, "What is with you and Kris Thomas?" I'm like, I just think she's
Ooh.
the best.
Right back at you, Tony Walker.
Woo!
What's with you and Kris Thomas?
Oh yeah, because they know I
What
love you.
does that mean?
Because they know I love you. I praise you all the time on this show. Let's see. The street food vendors, girls' videos are on YouTube. Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
That's the titties in Thailand, I think it was. Or Philippines. I can't.
Fremdar. I used to breastfeed until my mother told me she only liked me as a friend. I like areolas in my pasta. I used to date a chick that wanted me to pay for breast implants. When I said no, she flat left me.
That's funny. That's funny. That's pretty good.
Oh, goodness.
That's a good one.
I
I have been writing more comedy that will never
Oh, have
that
you?
will never ever see the light
We
of day,
have to
but that's
figure out what
another
to do with
story.
this because when you read your stuff to me, it was good.
I got more good shit. I was like doing my makeup, but Emerson's actually, as you know, and I
Yes.
sent her to a comedy show the other night to be inspired by young women. I'm sorry. Back to the comments.
Let's see, Vicky, Kris Thomas for a permanent co-host. She's fucking hilarious. I know.
Well, I don't know about that.
We've talked about that
I can't
before.
commit. It's shocking that I will be married 25 years this year. I cannot
really?
commit to anything. 25 years.
25 years.
25. It was just the day of the eclipse was our 27th, the day we met at 8 Tracks in Disney World. The day of the eclipse, which we
Very
drove
nice.
to see in Buffalo.
I was gonna
You can
ask about
me
that,
about
too.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I you're nonstop, man. It's crazy. Let's see. Lisa Keys is another beautiful woman who chooses to not wear makeup. Okay. I have a pretty good character and a sense of character when it comes to judging people, says Fremder. I thought to myself, holy shit, stay away as soon as I saw Fremder. All right. Good morning, Comets. Love Kris, says Carol. Minor.
Comets?
Yeah.
Like a Hicksville thing?
Yeah, Carol's.
I am a Hicks. I'm just a girl from Hicksville.
Well, she's not a Hicksville High School graduate. So
I
you
am not.
technically are not a Comet then.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. But I'll take it. I did go to the reunion. They did invite me.
You may as
I
well.
have gone to the reunion. They invited me. I went, and then I wanted to go to the next one. And my Hicksville friends were like, "I'm not going." And I'm like, "I want to go," and I didn't even go there, and they didn't go, so I didn't go to the next one. But I do identify as Hicksville High School graduate.
Well, you should. You know everybody. John Rusciello, holy shit, where'd you get the humongous thermos? It's a fire extinguisher, actually. No, I'm kidding.
It's like a self-defense weapon. You can use a water bottle as I'm big in self-defense, as you know. And,
Yes.
you could use that. I got
This-
a new one.
yeah, this would definitely
I went to Corning also on my trip upstate, and I'm big in glass, and this is a glass bottle that's dipped in plastic.
Oh, is
dipped
it?
in rubber.
Oh, wow.
Because I think you should not drink out of plastic.
Yes. Yeah, that is true.
Corning. I recommend Corning.
What is the name of your nephew's show again?
Stereophonic. There's
Now-
actually some good deals going on too with tickets. You can
Now-
get like $45 tickets,
Oh,
which
that's
isn't
nice.
bad for a musical.
Now, there is a band, Stereophonics. This is not about that band.
No.
Right, okay.
It's more about Fleetwood Mac. Stereophonic. I can pull it up.
Back in the day, Stevie Nicks gave me a Fleetwood, says Fremder. Come to the Monday mic, says Andy Plajanos. You should.
I don't have the balls.
Well, that's a good thing because then all my fantasies would be ruined. We have to find. Then we have to find somebody who will go up with your jokes. I mean, there are plenty of people
I
who
would
have
love
writers.
to write with someone.
Yeah, I think you should.
I got good. I think it's good shit.
I do. I agree.
I just did a whole, as everyone probably did, but I just did a whole like Ozempic rant, which I thought was great. But yeah.
All right, so tell us. Yeah,
This is stereophonic. Like if you can see it's weird to hear.
What is that? A Facebook page?
Yeah, they're big on.
Over
They
here.
do the Instagram.
Well, you know what? I take that back. Let me
yeah.
switch it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay. Stereophonic live on Broadway. There you go.
Yeah, it's on the John Goldman Theater. But if you go to their Instagram, they have been having like some affordable seats.
Nice. All right, so you mentioned the eclipse. Where did you go? Lake Erie or something? Where'd you go?
I married someone who's, as you know, he looks like he's much more normal than me, but he's just as cuckoo as I am. As far as if he had
Such
me
a nice
living-
man.
He's super nice. I love him. 25 years. But he would have me living in an RV. So we like hop in the car and we went to Buffalo. And which we pride ourselves on, like, we've done that, we've tried that, we've done that.
Oh, you live life to the fullest, man.
We do. We're so lucky that way. But we had never been. I've never seen Niagara Falls. He hadn't seen it since he was in junior high. So we just got in the car early, whatever, that Saturday, and went up, and we stopped in Corning. Like, we're literally like, I'm half asleep in the car, and I'm like, he's like, oh look, Corning's there. And I'm like, pull over. So. Because we didn't go to school up there. We didn't, I know a lot of people did. Corning is great. So the glass factory and the glass museum, the most comprehensive study of glass. You get glass out. But you can take even a day, several days, or week-long classes of glass blowing.
Wow.
I've done it a few times, so it was fun. I mean, you had to plan that, but I didn't. But the town was super cute.
Oh, yeah?
And there was the Norman Rockwell Museum, which... I would have also gone to, but like we were just.
I went to one in Massachusetts, his hometown, Lee, Massachusetts. I didn't. Why is there a museum up there?
I didn't ask.
I didn't even know that
because I was glassed out. Then I went to the town. It was cute, and then we went to. Then we were driving up again, and we stopped at Letchworth State Park, which is. I follow the state parks. I love my state park pass. And I have heard lots about this. Number 1 state park, the Grand Canyon of the North.
Oh, never heard this.
It lived up tenfold. You can rent a cabin and stay in the cabin. It was booked for the eclipse, like everything was booked.
I bet.
All of the camping grounds were booked. It was the most stunning. It really worth the trip.
What's the name of it?
Letchworth State Park, right near all the prisons. If you're familiar with prisons,
yes.
It's near all the prisons. But it was really worth a trip. So beautiful. Then we went to Buffalo, which is a fucking shithole.
I've heard that. I've never been there.
Yes. So we stayed in the city. I guess if you maybe... Okay. So we stayed like right near... We were able to walk to City Hall, which was... The sad part is, it is for like architecture and old buildings... exemplary. You could do a study on these beautiful houses, which are either boarded up, falling apart, or like have crackheads living in front of them.
Niagara Falls is the same way. At least when I've been there, it was 1996 or 7 that I went up there, and I thought it was a shithole.
Well, we just parked in the state park, looked on the America side, and then walked over the Rainbow Bridge, which is weird because that's what we say dogs walk over when they die, and then stayed on the Canada side. So I didn't really go into the town.
Oh, yeah,
but
the town
I will
is
say
awful.
this. People make comments about America around the country. We don't put everyone's like, you got to go to the Canada side because that's more beautiful. But you know why? Because fucking Canada put their Times Square right along the walls.
You can hear them. When I was on the American side, they wouldn't. I don't know why they weren't letting anybody cross that day for whatever reason, so we couldn't go over. But you could hear. I'm telling you, you can hear them on that side having, like, you can hear the music, you can hear people talking, you can hear laughter, and we were all just like a dog in the window, waiting to get adopted. We were all everybody was just standing there.
But it's so ugly. It mars the view.
Right.
U.S. would never do that. I mean, I go to national parks, I go to state parks, I go to all of them. It's hideous. And they also, when you stand now on the Niagara side and look at like the first section of falls, they put a zip line. So you're not going over the falls, you're going next to it, but it's like mars the view.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was nice. It was fine. Then it got crowded. And then we actually went back and we went to this nicer part of Buffalo. So maybe that's the part I'm missing.
Okay.
But we went to like a Frank Lloyd Wright house.
Oh, nice.
Which is always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
All right, but
okay, so then we walk around Buffalo the next morning,
right.
The morning of the eclipse. So I don't know if it was a holiday there.
Okay.
The place is like a ghost town.
Oh,
Everything
really?
Because
Vicky, who's watching, in fact, there she is. Letchworth is a stunning park. I live about 40 minutes from the park. Yeah, she sent me pictures that day. It was nothing but clouds. She said she couldn't see a thing, which I felt bad for her.
So we got up and we went to Lake. So we were debating the night before, should we drive to Virginia? Because like at this point we're in for a penny and for a pound. Like let's just drive all night to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Every place was getting cloud reports.
Right.
So I said to Joe, let's just go to Lake Erie. So we went to the lakefront, which is right there in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super cool. Like I love a communal vibe. Everyone was like hanging out. I don't know. And again, I guess there's a lot of crime up there. They had like SWAT. The police
Really?
presence was unbelievable.
Oh my goodness.
You could have nobody. It was heavily protected. And then I will say we felt really fortunate in that we did get. There was some crowd breaks, and we got some good view.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
View.
Yeah.
Now at 100%, it was cloudy.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it, we got to see.
Now, do you feel that it was a better view than if you'd stayed home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I feel like it was a thing. Like our hotel was decorated for it. There was like a lot of hoopla, but I like that because I was on Lake Erie, I had a completely clear view of not necessarily the moon or the sun, but like the environment. So I was able to see to the horizon. So maybe if you were to go up to the sound, it would have been the same vibe, or the ocean, but you could see on the horizon where it was not 100% and the sun was coming through. If you saw my pictures, it was great.
That's cool.
It was cool. And like I said, everyone was cool. And then the shout out again to the police. They run a tight ship, man. They got as much as we were on the road to get home then, 7.5 hours. Every like country road, every side road, there was police presence, like managing traffic.
Wow.
They were awesome.
Well, yeah, because that's all everybody was talking about was going upstate. That was the place to see it. But
So it's a good road trip.
very nice.
I would go back to that state park. It's just... And I like to note the animals, like things that I'm interested in during the eclipse. Animals. So like we were around dogs. No, they did not waver. But the birds,
Yeah,
cuckoo
sure.
for Cocoa Puffs, they change. And that was it.
Very nice.
That's my eclipse story.
It's a good one.
It's okay.
Carol says, should have flown down to me in Dallas. Was great for eclipse totality, she says. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everybody around here was everybody
Next
was saying go upstate.
Yeah, next one's in Disney World, so I'm sure we'll be there.
Oh, well, yeah, you'll be there anyway. All right, so now we got family stuff to do. So, because you were, I've brought it up a few times in here. I had to apologize to you several times because you were the day that I got locked out of here and told that we couldn't come in for a week or so. That was the day you were supposed to be in here with me. So I felt awful
And
about
last
that.
time it snowed.
That's right.
Remember that too?
Yes.
Wait, can you tell me what they're filming?
I don't know.
You know what? Was it the Amy Schumer show? 'Cause they were
I honestly don't know.
Oh,
God's
really?
honest truth, I don't know.
They were filming in Floral Park.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, and this is all I know. Like a year or two ago, the brokerage was closed for it was like 2 months because Showtime was filming something in there. I know that this was a Showtime thing.
Oh, so it's not
But
the Amy
what they
Schumer.
were filming, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, what were they filming last time? Do you remember what it was?
That I don't know either.
Oh.
And that's why I got worried when they told me, because I was starting to think, well, are we going to be shut down for like 2 months like it was there? Like, I mean, even the club, they weren't doing comedy shows, nothing. This place was shut down.
I noticed. It was McGuire's, and all the listings I were getting was McGuire's.
Right,
brokerage.
yeah.
And you hooked me up with the brokerage. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's right.
Emerson had a great...
Oh, yeah? You guys saw Joey Cola
Who's
there.
that woman? We saw Joey Cola, but she comes in here. Her name escapes me because I'm terrible with names.
What?
She's about my age.
Mary Capone? Dark hair?
Let me look.
Pretty?
She talks about menopause a little bit. Not Carrie Carabas, but she was good. Emerson, it was really good.
It might be Mary. Or is it Michelle Fox?
No, it wasn't Michelle Fox.
So it might have been
Heavier
Mary.
Woman. You think it's Mary? No.
No?
Give me another name.
Talks about menopause. It wasn't Patty Roseborough, was it?
No. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, wait, let me look at Mary Capone. Maybe what wait, and now I really have to where are my glasses? Pardon me while I whip out my age. No, not this woman.
Who could it have been? Oh, I know who it was. It was Laura Patton.
It was.
Laura Patton.
I think so. Let me see.
Laura Patton, a good friend of our show. She comes in here a lot. She's great. I produced a show in the Giggle Room back in March,
She's
and
good.
I made sure to get her on.
I think in this room, I caught her a few times. She's okay. I think her comedy is, she's funny.
She's great. She's very
Emerson
funny.
really loved it too. I'm trying to take my daughter's She's going to be a lawyer, but she's hilarious, and I'm trying to show her a strong female. I actually hooked her up with a comic in Washington. She just went Sunday night, but like it was great for her to see that. And
Good.
Joey was funny.
Joey's
His friends
great.
were here. He did do this funny joke about bread, like he was trying some new stuff.
Okay.
And I meant to send him like this thing about the birds who eat this bread, our bread. Not my joke. I'm not trying to, but he did do. Don't you find it weird that the bird? So that week I put out some bread and some cornbread, and the fucking birds wouldn't eat it.
Oh wow, oh that's funny.
How and it's like it was early. It was like you would think that they have this much food that this bread's no, like we're eating this bread. What's up with that? Like he does have something there, but it did make me put bread out.
And I think he'll love to hear that somebody actually went and tried it
I have a
after
picture
seeing.
of it too.
Oh, that's great. That's really funny. I'll have to
there.
tell them that.
And the people were like, "No, it's in the kid." And I tried all these different scenarios. They never ate the bread. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to.
So when you were supposed to come in last time, we were going to talk about your brother a little bit.
It was Brian's birthday. Yes, April 4th.
Right. So we're going to get that in a second. Today is my mother's birthday.
Oh.
So I was starting to show this when you got in. Here's a picture of my mother as we were going to celebrate her birthday the other day. She showed up with her liquor, as always. And then she whipped out the beer, which, she's just such a drunk. It's very embarrassing. And then towards the end of the night, things were getting a little sloppy, as you can tell there. These pictures are obviously not my mother.
I was going to say.
Chris is looking at me like, you're a dick.
What's going on?
You're right.
Where are we going with these stock photos?
All right, I'll show you real photos of my mother. So happy birthday to my mother.
Aww.
That is her right in the front. And I'm not talking about the boy in the front who looks like Mark David Hirschman. I'm talking about the girl right in the
her
front.
hair is so dark.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Look at that.
She's Italian. That picture was taken in Dutch Lane School in Hicksville. That's the same school my brother and I went to.
You're kidding.
Oh yeah, my mother's a Hicksville native. Yep.
Wow.
And she's so old, that is when they were still like establishing and building elementary schools. So she went to, Dutch Lane. She went to East Street, which is where you guys. No, you guys.
Brian went to East Street,
right?
And I went to Woodland,
right? And she went to Fork Lane. She went to Lee Avenue. She even went to elementary schools that aren't even in Hicksville anymore. That's how old she is.
Willits. That's one over near Sears. Remember?
But there was one. Nikolai School, I think it was called, that it's been gone for a long time. Here's a picture of my mother with me and my brother. You can tell how happy she looks there in that photo. She was very proud. Here's another one of my mother trying to figure something out.
That's funny.
Where's? There's another photo. What did I do with it? Did I forget to load it up here? Oh, well. All right. And this next one is my favorite picture of my mother. This one I think I'm just going to frame and put on my wall.
Why did you cut the head off? Who took that picture?
I have no idea who took that picture. I think I did because I like taking random shots and surprising people. And that, actually, yeah, I must have because that's my old house. That picture is in my old house. And again, she looks thrilled. But yeah, I think I'm going to hang that picture up. Okay. It's just a great shot of her. So happy birthday to my mother.
Happy birthday.
She's not a drunk. I'm just joking. She gets mad at me all the time.
Can I ask how old she is?
79, to be exact. I said 96 before on the air, but she's 79.
For you, 79.
Yep, 79. So happy birthday to Mom. All right. And now moving on. So yes, Kris was going to come in here on April 4th. That would have been Brian's 55th birthday. And I mentioned it yesterday. Again, Brian, your brother, one of your brothers, one of my closest friends, who this summer it'll be 10 years since he passed.
Holy shit!
Is that amazing? That's really amazing to me.
I was in Disney when he died.
Oh, is that right?
I got my phone rang in the middle of the night, and I was like, "Hello," obviously, and Kevin's like, "Brian had a heart attack," and I was like, "Okay." Like you don't think like a 40-year-old is gonna die from a heart attack. And he's like, "No, he's dead." And I was like, it's like it was out of a fucking movie. And I remember, I don't even remember everything, but I remember going down, getting Joe, and leaving the room and like having to sit in the I pass the chair all the time now because we stay in the same hotel, and I'm like, I wouldn't even sit there. I'm like, that's the spot. And God bless Joe, he took care of. He got me in a car on a flight. And I remember posting it before the flight took off. And when I landed, it was like my phone was on fire. Like it was like weird. I know that's like a Debbie Downer thing, but it was just, you would never think. Mm-hmm. It would have never, my brother survived such crazy shit.
Yes.
Growing up that like you're like, we can exhale. Everyone made it into their adulthood. Mm-hmm. So it was weird.
Well, and it's funny you say survive crazy shit. 'Cause the first thing that comes to mind is senior year of high school. One of the plays we did was Brighton Beach Memoirs, and we were taking the set down. And I forget what he did, but he had such a gash somewhere on his arm, or was it his hand? But there was blood everywhere, and he had to get rushed to the hospital and get all bandaged up, like.
I mean, my mother was going to the hospital at a certain point, like once a week. Like they would be like, "All right, Mrs. Thomas," again. Like my brothers would just bash the shit out of each other, break this, fall off a roof, like constant in the hospital. And
it is because of that. Same thing. When I found out, there was a level of like, nah, this is some kind of joke.
Yeah.
Because. And I mentioned it on the air yesterday because he is or was the type that would pull a joke like that.
He would.
And if anybody could pull it off and make it happen, it would be him.
Yeah.
So there was a little level of no. I even went to his house that the next morning because I didn't believe it, and so I actually went to the house.
It was weird, right?
Yeah. It was weird. Well,
I remember I had this long skirt on. I landed and just got my shit and went right to the house. And I almost felt like a ghost walking around, like floating on this. And I didn't know what to do. I just did.
Right.
I just laundry. I remember just doing laundry, like loads and for what reason? What would you think? Like laundry.
Yep.
Laundry, just fucking laundry. That's all I did. But yeah, it was the summer. It was hot. It was because you know what it is too. I always treat the day before like it's the day because he really wasn't pronounced till after midnight, but it was like right around midnight.
It was the way I understood it was shortly after midnight when it happened. But yeah, like you said, it wasn't pronounced till like 2 a.m. or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have a favorite Brian story or what?
No, I love when people tell the story. I love that. I just love the idea. Like I go back to the scholarship makes me so happy because it's like, I mean. I'm going to use some words here. I don't need to be canceled. But like Brian's nickname at certain point was retard. Like it was in a day where there was no like, oh, you have dyslexia or here's some tools to help you read. Like, and you know, our house was crazy. There was fucking 6 of us and the boys were hyperactive and it was like, we're just getting by. Like it was like food's on the table. All right, today was a success. So this idea of like, and then it wasn't a climate where it was like, all right, we're going to figure out why you can't read this and comprehend it or why you have such high energy. And it was like really an environment where like, no, everyone sit at their desk and then like, what's wrong with you that you can't move around? And he was fucking big. Like he was giant. So like other kids would get up and be mad and like push a chair aside. But Brian would wind up like fucking smashing the chair like a Popeye, breaking doors.
Yeah, it's true.
He would break fucking throwing chairs like where another kid just pushing a chair, he was so strong, he would just break. So it'd be like suspension, and then he's a problem, and then he has to go to the shrink, and where it's like, and then at the end of the day, like he did all right. Like he became a.
Well, that was the thing. That's one of the reasons I loved my childhood in Hicksville. I loved the class of kids that I graduated with. I loved growing up here. And one of the main reasons was because just exactly what you said. When we were in junior high school, which is when I met Brian, he was in a lot of special ed classes.
Yeah.
You know, and back then, it's different than it is now. With special ed had their own hallway. Like you didn't see them.
The first two rooms had the T-wing. Yeah.
You just didn't see those kids. You know, they kept them from us. And when we did see them, it was, you know, we were like, oh, who's that kid? And and even though you tried to be as nice as you could. You still had, it was still like the mindset of, you know, that kid is off. That kid is weird. And, of course, you did have some bullying situations. But in Brian's case, well, first of all, he wasn't bullied at all because he was so big. But at least from my perspective, and if you went to school with me and you knew Brian, maybe your perspective is completely different. But when I first met him, I knew him as this kid who was, like, people were, like, a little cautious with. I personally was not. I hit it off with him from the very second I met him. And I remember actually walking down the special ed hallway to find him. because I'm like, who is this kid? Somehow I don't know. I don't remember how I knew he was in the special ed classes, but somehow I found that out. And I remember walking around looking for him, and I did find him. I was actually looking through. They had that little window in each door to the classroom. And I would look in each one, and I knew the teacher that he had was the woman that was running the yearbook staff, and I was on the yearbook staff in junior high school. And I remember seeing her, so I waved, and I looked out, and there he was. And I was like, and that's all. I mean, I don't even, but then, but we just kind of got closer as the years went on. But I bring this up because in high school, it was completely different. He's, and I don't know how or why, but he became totally accepted. He became extremely popular. He became known as one of the nicest guys, one of the friendliest guys, one of the funniest guys in our class. And again, completely accepted and turning into one of the more popular kids in our class where everybody loved him. He eventually, I mentioned the school plays before, he eventually acted in our musical that year. And thank God he did, because most of my fun memories of being in that show was, most of my memories are memories of him or something I would do with him. We had some scenes together, which I loved. And I think we filled that order. We did 2 nights of that show, and we filled the auditorium both nights. And I think largely because of him. And it's just something that there's like a sense of pride with that. Like, I'm proud of my class for taking him in as their own and loving him.
Yeah, especially back then. Like, I think now this idea that like there's this, I don't know. I like to think, you know how I feel about it. It's like everyone has special needs and no one has special needs.
Yes.
It's like everyone's got their shit, and because one has maybe a label and not like. And this idea of like focusing on what people can't do is just a waste of time. Let's just focus on what people can do. And it could be something that no one ever thought of before, but so this idea back then of like you said, they took just any kid that had any issue and just threw them in those rooms.
Right.
And it was like, that was it. And then, so.
Yeah, thankfully the mindset has changed towards that population.
Well, and I use him as an example all the time. It's like, and then he went on to like, do pretty good.
Yes,
so imagine he had some people in. I mean, the reason he went to East Street and I went to Woodland is because Woodland didn't want him.
Right.
Like, imagine that, being a kid and being like, yeah, we don't really want you, kid. Like, he's a problem. We're going to need to put him at East Street. So it's like, well, you can't walk to school. You're not going to be with the kids that you
in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's. But thankfully, he was such a friendly, happy, energetic guy that he made friends everywhere he went. But that's not the norm.
So many kids
right.
are a lot of these kids who were told they can't for 12 years. A lot of them wind up and doing great things, because it's like, well, I've had to compensate for 12 years when I was told I can't, and now now. Like, the real world is not like that. They're like, oh, you can just solve a problem for people and you'll be okay. Like, and, it's not even like being liked. It's like being valued. So, and like I said, that's why I like our scholarship. I really do push that they give it out, in whatever they have is detention now. I don't even know if they make detention anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And it's fun. Every Easter, we sit around and read it's our family tradition. We read the applications.
Oh, that's cool. That's great.
And I really do even struggle at the event, which I can't, again, thank you enough last year for going, but you probably saw, it's like the same kids get called over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
It's always nice. Whatever people make the effort, like, you have a couple other kids that are like, yeah, you're valued too. It's fucking 12 years of like this, only one niche getting valued, and they should be valued, but these other kids not being valued. And I'm not saying everyone gets a trophy, but like, find the value, because that's what the real world does. They find the value.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Those vests. Someone around the block made those vests for my whole family. I want to say.
Oh, I'll throw that picture up again.
Is
yeah, and I wanted to thank you.
Peter Ress's mother?
To be able to represent Brian and give out a scholarship at Hicksville High School on the old stage, seeing some teachers that I knew, that was that was very special.
Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Now,
Can we look at the boo-boo on my face?
So that little baby, that is you, right?
That is me.
Nice.
Look at how cute she is. But let's talk about the boo-boo.
And that's
on her
Brian
face.
right next to you, right?
That is.
Yeah, okay. So there you go.
I mean, I was taking, my brothers rolled me down the hole in my bassinet or something. Like, I was fucking beat up, like, dropped, rolled out. They definitely rolled me down the hole in the bassinet at one point, because I think I have a different scar from that. But, like, so when people are like, why is she such a tough broad? Why does she have such walls around her? Why does she act like a so butchy? Like, look at me. How old could I be there? Not even 2.
Oh, I was going to say one at the most.
I'm fucking taking punches or something. I'm taking hits.
That's fantastic.
I'm taking hits.
Now is Kevin's not the oldest, or is he?
No, Kathy's the oldest.
Oh, Kathy's
11 years older than me, Kathy.
11 years. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big difference. But you...
Some parts of her are younger now.
Which, by the way, she did promise to show them to me.
She shows them to you. I mean, it helps if you get a
she hasn't yet, but
breast cancer diagnosis. But
well, there you go.
Yeah. Shout out to Doctor.
Now, most kids find it hard with that kind of an age gap to be close, but you and Kathy are close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, so Kathy's the oldest, then who's next?
Michael.
He's
a little douchey. He's a whole lot of douchey. But that's another story.
All right.
I don't talk to him. And
I didn't know
you
that.
don't want it to interesting in hindsight, because hindsight's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even as a child, not really a fan of Michael.
No
Even
kidding.
young, growing up together, being not really. There was just and Billy too.
Yeah, I wasn't even
And
going to
Billy,
mention
too.
Billy because I know there's issues there. That's Billy right there in the
There's
front.
fucking always issues with me. I mean, it could be a good issue, a bad issue. There's always issues. I don't care. I'll talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Not
got
really-
issues of his own, is what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But even as a child,
Yeah.
it's funny. It's like there's just people it's like food, liking food or whatever. Yeah. So it's Kathy, Michael, Kevin, by the way, and then Billy.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going in the order of the picture. So Kathy's the tall one in the back.
Michael,
Then
yeah.
in front of her is Michael. Then Billy right there in the front, and then then Kevin in there in the peanut butter colored vest, and then in the back is Brian and Chris.
and me.
Kevin seems to me like the most normal one out of all of you.
I don't know about that. You think Kevin's more normal than me?
Yes. Yes. You're fun.
I am fucked up, but we're all fucked up.
You're fucked up in a good way. Where Kevin comes across as just a normal, straight dude. No,
He's
am I
just
wrong?
not
I
on
don't know him
social
well.
media.
He's what?
He's just not on social media.
Oh, but he's messed up?
I don't think he's messed up in
Joking.
like any more,
Okay.
He just doesn't show. He doesn't,
I think I have another shot of you guys. Yeah.
He
there
like
you go.
still cashes his check. Like he gets a check. He doesn't believe in digital. I don't know.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, that's me. Look at how little. That was Christmas, so I was only a month old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on that.
And look at that.
Oops.
Yeah.
There
That's
we go.
me.
You were a month old. Wow.
6 kids.
Now,
Oh, fucking it. Look at that gray clock.
yeah, I know that's this thing has 70s written all over it.
73. That was Christmas.
And I like how Brian
I still have that Noel. I have it.
Oh, really?
The Christmas Noel. It's been smashed but glued back together.
I like how Brian and Billy, the only ones smiling. Everybody else looks scared. Well, Kathy's smiling. But
My father was tough.
yes, your father was very tough.
And again, it was chaos, but my father was tough. Yeah. So I told you, someone told. Did I tell you the story about? So this is another gym story though. It might be annoying to you, but I met my friend Rob at the gym and we talk, and I'd be like, no, like I'm just a girl from Hicksville. He thinks I'm a priss. He makes fun of the life that I live.
Where is he from?
New Hyde Park.
Oh, they're more prissy than Hicksville.
Right. So he would be like, oh, it must be nice. He constantly busts my balls about like, oh, you going away or are you going to your second house? Or
Yeah,
like,
I do that to you
which
too.
Which car are we driving
going out to
today?
Cutchog to the summer
Yeah,
home.
well, I grew up in Hicksville, so I'll be like, I'm just a girl from Hicksville. I don't know what you're talking about. And so he makes fun of me. And then one day in the gym, the day we got yelled at, he and I got yelled at for the masks.
Okay.
The gym is up where we work out is upstairs. We come downstairs. That's where the reception desk is. So there is a female older woman manager, desk lady, and the manager was like this big bodybuilding Ukraine guy. And so Rob and I are leaving, and she starts shouting at us. And then he goes, yeah, blah, 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 whatever the fuck he says. And I fucking go. And I know growing up, if you're going to point your finger in someone's face, you better be prepared to take a punch.
Oh, yeah.
And I was fucking prepared because I was fucking dying on that hill that day because it was bullshit. It was absolutely. And I fucking went into it and started screaming at him.
I can't even picture you being that mad.
Yeah. And Rob came and took me and separated us.
Wow.
And he was like, "Oh my God, now you are a girl from Hicksville."
So if that guy, the Ukrainian guy, if he pointed his finger at you, you would have
I
squared
probably
off?
wouldn't punch because my brother did also tell me, like, you have to take the first punch. You got it, because I'd have an assault charge.
Yeah.
And so then a couple years later, Rob is I'll be like, yeah, I am this girl from Hicksville, and I know a lot of people. I don't like talk about it, but so I'd be like, oh, I know Guy Brogna. He's friends with Guy Brogna. You know Guy Brogna?
I know Guy.
So Rob's out with Guy one day, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know Kris Thomas. I saw her father get in a fist fight with my friend in the street on 4th of July." And Rob couldn't believe he thought I was making it all up.
Yeah.
And Guy was like, "No, he fucking came out, cigar in his mouth, fucking pounding." And I'm like, "This is the life I live. Like, this is." And he was like, "I guess you're not lying."
Oh, no.
He thinks I'm this priss that like goes on a lot of vacations and like, I mean, I
Well, you
love
are.
But I fucking
teasing,
can
I'm
take
teasing.
a punch too.
Absolutely.
I just want a concierge lounge also. I simultaneously want a good concierge lounge, a suite upgrade.
But it doesn't help. I'm sure it helps.
That's one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah, this is a
I
great
bumped into
shot.
Brian at the mall. Bumped in. Coincidental.
He had that way. Like, he just showed up at the weirdest
He was
places.
volunteering at
Right.
to collect toys at Roosevelt Field, which P.S. does not have a toy store. But I'm like, Brian, I'd buy there's no toys here. Why would you? This was a poor product placement, but
He made it work.
Yeah.
I was at a parade once, just sitting down watching a parade with my family, and all of a sudden it's the Baby Safe Haven organization,
of
which
course
he was
they
involved
really-
in.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, there he is driving the truck to Everett, and I was like, "What the?" So I yelled to him, and my mother was with me. It's my mother's birthday. My mother was with me. He hadn't seen my mother since high school. I mean, this was probably like 2006 or 7, around there, maybe even a little later. He's in the middle of the parade. He gets out of the truck, so he stops the truck, stops the parade to get out, so he can run over to my mother and give her a hug because he hadn't seen her in give or take 20 years. I just couldn't believe it.
He was a lot.
Yeah,
A lot of good things. Reliable.
Yes,
you could always
definitely
depend
reliable.
on Brian, man. If you called him, he got shit done.
Yes.
GSD, man. Brian got shit done. Like, you needed stuff. And there are days where I really need that. Like, I need... Like, it's just weird. Like, weird little things. Like, when my dog got bit, I was really upset. It was my mother's dog. And I was like, this is a day I need Brian. Like, because I knew he would fucking... whatever, or just getting shit done. Just getting shit done.
He got shit done, and he was. I think I said it yesterday on the show. He was one of those guys where, and you're very similar, where so many people say, "Oh yeah, someday I'm going to do this. Oh, one day I'd like to do that," and they never do it. Where you guys are like, there is no someday. It's just, "Oh, I want to do this. Let's go do it."
I think we were so bored when we were kids that we were like making up for lost time. Like, we just didn't. My parents were super busy. Like, again, like raising us, like dad fireman, and so like, and then moving 6 kids. They were fucking big. Like, Brian, think about it. So it's like we had this Suburban, but like, could you? I mean, there was not only the cost. I didn't fly till I was 21.
Right.
So like the idea of flying with 6 of them, hyperactive on the plane, everyone had, like, it was just, we never did a lot. So it was, so I think like he was like me, like when squeezing every drop out of the day.
Yep.
We're living life. I think another thing I really admire my brother, and I wish I had this characteristic, is Brian was, again, we've said it, he's big. He worked in the psych ward in the prison.
Right.
He could easily grab someone, put them in a chokehold, knock them out. If he needed to like stop a situation, he could fucking pick someone up. I've seen him have to do it, but he was great at, if somebody was being a dick, diffusing the situation with humor.
Yes.
Choosing humor over physical.
Yep.
And really at the end, everyone's laughing, and they're probably laughing a little bit at the dick more than anything. And the guy at least can stay there, like he wouldn't have to leave, but he would be embarrassed. Like, and he could use wit, because you can't plan that humor. It's not like I'm writing that in my phone.
Right.
He was witty in that sense, And he didn't have to get physical, even though it was an option for him. And he was just so sharp in that way. Like, again, you say, like, oh, he was so dumb. He was so... But it's like, no, that takes a certain... Yeah, and that's a certain smartness. Like, to have that wit to be like, all right, and say some joke where everyone's laughing. It doesn't ruin any... Because you know what it's like if you get in a fight. Like, your day's ruined. If I get in a fight at Governor's, if these fucking people talking... It ruins my night. I could be seeing the best comic, and it will ruin my night. And I try to be more like him, where he can make the wrap it up, and that bad situation, and the night continues good. And that is a special gift I wish I had.
And you can't say someone's not smart when they turn out to be such a charitable person, to be such a great father that he was, great husband that he was, just a great humanitarian, very dedicated person, dedicated and loyal person.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of smarts.
And figuring stuff out, like even like you had the picture of the float up there. Like he built that float.
Right.
And then the next year I'd be like, all right, can we make it like this?
He could build anything.
It like a whale? And then he'd be like, all right, and he'd get like his thing out and like makes it like a whale. And then like, all right, well, we needed this. And to be able to get that to Coney Island and like just to have to figure out how to do it and then to execute it.
Yep.
Like that was a pain, yeah.
So a happy belated birthday to Brian Thomas.
Brian.
And I appreciate you, as always, coming in and talking about him. It's one of my favorite subjects. Okay. So I hope you guys can stick around a little bit. We're obviously going to go late because we're not going to skip out on Tuesday Trivia.
What? I forgot it was Tuesday Trivia.
My mother texted me saying that I'm dead, by the way.
Why?
Because of those photos I showed. Probably
Nah, you'll be glad. There'll be a day, unfortunately, and hopefully it's decades and decades and decades from now when all people will have is these great photos.
Yeah.
I deal with so many moms who are like, "Don't take my picture, my hair, my this, my that. I look like shit." Let them take the picture. There's going to be a day when we're all so thankful.
She's 79. In a couple hours, she's going to forget all about it. So.
Wait, can I say one thing?
Of course.
It's not really a plug, but I have recently taken on the, it's not really a job, but...
Oh, you're an ambassador.
I am a social media ambassador.
Oh, is that what it is? Social media ambassador?
I am. For Tillis.
For the Tillis
Which
Center.
I was like, again, it made me think of it because you're like, I see this post and I'm like, fuck it, I'll try it. I do that a lot, as you know, with like TV shows or this or that. I'm actually going to some filming tomorrow. I don't even really know what it's for. But anyhow, I do stuff like that. And I didn't think that they were going to take me on because they wanted me to go to 3 shows a month. And I was like, I can't commit to that. As you know, I can't
But you've been doing it.
I have been doing it. And the woman who's the marketing woman over there, I really liked her. And I remember coming home, Joe, and going, talk about energy. Joe, I really like this woman. And she's awesome. I hope I stay in touch with her. I'm probably not going to be able to do it because they want more than I can offer. And I even reached out to her and said, like, I really liked you. Like, I like you.
Nice.
And so anyway, if you can, I post stuff from Tillis. I get to go to
right.
shows.
So you got the gig. You're all cultured. Like you're going to like violin concerts and stuff at the Tillis Center.
I'm just a girl from Hicksville, though.
Right.
But I go to all different things.
A violin concert at Tillis, and there's Kris getting into a brawl in the audience.
People are pretty behaved, but I would. I'm not above it. But yeah, so if you follow me, just like and share my Tillis stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because it helps.
Will do.
And I'd like to do more of that in my life. Like, I'd like to do...
That's a cool gig.
Social media for people. You know, now I'm doing, like, more... I know I'm known more as a photographer because it's, like, a very, like... But I do more digital stuff now, and I really like it. Like, I do newsletters for villages and mailers and stuff like that.
So you'll be at that Billy Joel tribute show at the Tillis Center?
So I don't always... That, because it's a third-party charity thing, I don't know if I could get in on that. But I'm hoping.
You'll get in.
I'm hoping.
You'll get in. They'll let you in. Oh, she works at Tillis. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Oh, she does social media. Of course, let her in.
Yeah. So.
All right. So thanks for sticking around.
I love trivia. I love trivia. You do? Oh, I'm glad we're I do love trivia. I love trivia nights. I love.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. See, all the more reason why you should come in every Tuesday.
You should see me and my family on a cruise. We're like fucking animals running around from one trivia to the other.
I like to see you on a cruise wearing a bathing suit.
I don't go in the cruise pools.
Just wear the bathing suit.
Go in the
I'm
ocean.
not concerned with where you're going. I just want to see you go there.
To the beach.
All right.
I'm a little germy. I'm not going in the cruise
little
pool.
germy. Oh, you're German. All right. It is Tuesday Trivia. Please, in the comments, please put in your answers. It's nice because I hope Andy Plajanos is still there. I hope Carol and Vicky are still there. Chris, who participates a lot online, it's nice to have her here to play.
Wait, am I answering immediately, or do you want me to hold my answers?
No, answer immediately.
Tell me how to do it.
Answer immediately. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong until the end.
Okay.
But yes, answer immediately. And I'll do my best to get you into a show this weekend if you want. For playing, I can get you into some of these shows. Do you want to see Maurice Bernard from General Hospital on Sunday?
No.
Do you want to see the magic of Eric Eaton on Sunday?
No, Sunday. I think I don't know. I'll let you know.
Right.
I like a weekday show actually.
Oh.
I think the weekday shows are undervalued by the public.
I can get you in Thursday.
I would just like to say, I know that I'm preaching to the choir and I am at Governor's, but you got people like, I can't go to a show on a weeknight. When you go to Governor's, the show's like 7. Like, you're in bed by 10. You'd be up at fucking 10 anyway. And and you got a good show.
And the food here is good, so you can get a meal while you're here?
I don't eat here, but it's not me. Joe eats here. But you can get a meal. You don't have to cook dinner. But, I think even my own friends will be like, well, it's Thursday. And I'm like, fucking really?
How old are you?
Yeah, if there was some stupid thing on TV, you'd be home. It's not like these shows go till midnight. God, I got home at 12:30 last night. Look at me, I'm just fine.
Nice.
Just go to a comedy show during the week, too.
Terry McNeely, Hugh Murray, Chris Cassandro, Jeff Posey, Lou Pratz, Roberto Vanderpool, the Urban to Suburban Comedy Series, Barry Ribbs, Ruthie Ferrara, Maurice Bernard, The Magic of Eric Eaton, Brendan Sagalow, Quentin Higgs, Joe Winchell, Noel Rodney Jr., Chuck Fox, Billy Geyer, Rob White, and Tony Landolfi. Just some of the names you'll see on a Governor's stage this weekend, as well as an open mic at the Brokerage on Friday for the Late Show. Lots of good stuff going on here at Governor's. Govs.com. And, if any of you guys want to see a show this weekend at a Governor's Club, let me know, and I should be able to get you into most of them. Especially, that's my way of saying thank you for playing Tuesday Trivia. All right, here we go. First question. Some of these questions are easy, some are not. Steve Jobs co-founded Apple with who? There was a co-founder. What's his name?
I could see his face. Wozniak.
I knew it would come to you. All right. Tell me if I'm going too fast.
Wozniak.
Question number 2. In which state is the Mojave Desert? You're a traveler. You should know this.
Really?
What state is the Mojave Desert?
I've never been there, so let's see. It's got to be somewhere I've never been. I'm going to say Utah. I'm sure that's wrong, but I'm going to say Utah.
It's a good guess.
Utah has a lot of variety in land formations. It's crazy.
Question number 3. A number 1 hit from Michael Jackson. Dirty. Name the song. So it's a title. Dirty what? What's the next word?
It's a woman's name.
We'll give you that much. Yes, it is.
He's a fucking pedophile. I can't even.
Yeah.
It bothers me. Isn't that funny? I know he was never convicted, but fucking then you leave your kid with him. All those people who say that to me.
Yeah, true.
Dirty Jean.
Dirty Jean. Dirty Billie Jean. Question number 4. Which musical was set in the Paris Opera House? Speaking of musicals.
Phantom of the Opera. Poke my fucking eyeballs out.
I was in a non-musical version of Phantom.
This kid, funny kid. Remember, he was here on a show before, maybe.
What?
Oh no, that's your son.
Who did you think it was?
That comedian that was here that one time. I'll pull him up on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Remember, it was the guy that wasn't nice to me, but then he brought his friend that's from California.
Oh yeah, well,
and he does like funny safari characters and stuff. Yeah, he's funny.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that guy was funny.
Like a fucking elephant. If holding a grudge was an Olympic sport, I'd be the Michael Phelps. So that kid was a douche to me, and I remember it till the day I die. I saw him again at a different show.
And was he a douche to you again? Or you didn't even bother saying hello?
It was an audience thing where you're eating dinner. And
he's moving, by the way. He's moving to Texas.
I'm so sorry.
Zach is here. Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Zach, we're on question number 5.
I shot Zach's headshot, remember?
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's me, Zach. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me.
Do you want to play Tuesday trivia?
You might as well. Do you want to sit, Zach? I'll move my stuff.
Let me see. Let me see if let me try and get Zach in the shot.
I can squeeze over.
Yeah, come a little closer to me. No, I'm kidding. Hang on. Give me a second to let me see if I can squeeze. All right, maybe I'll just do that. He's fixing his hair. All right, so we'll catch you up, Zach. We're about to do. We've done 4 questions so far.
Okay.
So I'll go back. Steve Jobs co-founded Apple with who? Do you know?
I've seen the movie, so I should know, but I don't.
Okay. In which state is the Mojave Desert? Michael Jackson had a #1 hit with Dirty. What's the second word in the song? In the title. It's a woman's name. Do you know your Michael Jackson?
I do not know my Michael Jackson.
Good.
Next, yeah, right.
He's a fucking pedophile, right? Good. He's on board with me.
Did you know he graduated Five Towns College with Connor Thomas?
I did.
Yeah.
I think
So-
the woman fell down the stairs that day.
Yes, that's true. Right next to me. She was literally right next to me.
What
I left my
elementary
answer.
school did you go to, though?
I went to Wanta Elementary.
Oh,
Well,
Hicksville.
yeah, but he graduated with Connor Prasinka.
Oh, I was just.
So
Connor. He's
your
so
two
funny.
Connor nephews, he has a connection
Oh, yeah, 'cause
to.
they're the same age.
But he did go preschool. He did go to Dutch Lane, which is where me and my mother went, and my brother. So you did spend 2 years at Dutch Lane.
Connections.
Yeah. Fourth question. Question number 4. Which musical was set in the Paris Opera House?
I don't know the answers to any of these.
Right. Okay. All right. Question number 5. You'll like this one because it's a '90s question.
I'm a product.
Yes. Which group had a 1990s hit with "How Do You Talk to an Angel"? Name the band. How do you talk to an
Jesus,
angel?
And it's a hair band too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember the song?
Wait.
How do you talk to an angel? I'll give you a point if you sing it for us.
No, I know. I can hear it, but I'm not singing. Nobody wants that for everyone's safety.
Why don't you sing it?
It's
then?
not.
I will not. Do you know that song?
It's not Warrant.
All right, I'll give you a hint. It's not a hair band.
Wait, what's the hint?
The hint is it's not a hair band.
It's not.
It's not. No.
I know the song. You hear me humming it.
That's amazing.
It wasn't Warrant or like White Line.
No.
No. It wasn't Nuno Betancourt. No.
No.
Extreme.
No.
All right.
All right. Question number 6. Here's a question just for you, Kris Thomas.
That's what you said last time, and I'm fucking humming like an idiot. Getting it wrong.
According to an estimate from 2011, there are how many cattle in the world?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just going to throw a number out.
Yeah.
I did just watch a documentary on this. It's really, this is the #1 reason. You can drive your Hummers. You can use a plastic bag every day. If you don't participate in the meat industry, you're doing so much more for the environment. It's the cattle, the environmental impact. It's terrible. I don't know, billions. There's fucking so much cattle. That's why they're cutting down the rainforest. I'll say 1 billion cattle. I don't know. I wish this was multiple choice, really.
You want to take a stab at this? Well, it is multiple choice. Pick a number.
Okay, smartass. All right, then.
Go ahead. You want to pick a number?
Yeah, I'll just I'll say what she said. 1 billion.
Copycat.
So much cattle. So much. People just eating cheap, shitty cattle.
Next question. In the TV show Charlie's Angels, what was the name of the agency that was headed by Charlie? Yeah, that's a tough one.
I do know that. That was like the transitional song.
Wow.
Ting-a-ting-a-ting.
I'll give you a point just for that. All right. Next question.
Oh, my answer though is angels for that one.
Angels.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. I just figured you weren't even going to bother. Okay, angels.
He was so enamored with my singing.
Well, who wasn't? All right. You better know this next question, Kris Thomas. What politician had a commercial that starred Brian Thomas?
Kate Murray, the devil.
The devil.
My son doesn't like her because he really wanted that lighthouse project. Kate Murray.
Most people hate her because we lost the Islanders.
Well, that was
when
it.
she
That
was
was
in
that
office.
lighthouse project.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Right.
She was
yes.
like the sacrificial lamb for the people who were influenced by the people of Garden City. I mean, let's face it.
Did you want to take a stab at that question?
The devil.
Where are we? Oh, okay. Question number 9. What is the definition of the word prurient?
Can you please spell that?
Of course. Prurient. Prurient. Prurient.
P-I-R.
Sorry, P-R-U. Did I say? I'll do that again. P-R-U-R-I-E-N-T. P-R-U-R-I-E-N-T. Prurient. What is the definition of the word prurient? Wow, you guys are thinking hard.
It's like a I don't know. Sometimes it's better to just say you don't know than try to guess.
Zach, you taking a stab at this?
Does it got anything to do with prune?
Is
it like an
I don't know.
offshoot of-
I don't know.
You
Love of prunes?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say like advantageous.
Advantageous.
I would guess.
Zach, before we go any further, since you're on the air, say happy birthday to your grandma.
Happy birthday, Grandma Walker.
All right, last question.
Happy birthday.
The part of the body that controls ejaculation is not actually in the brain. Where is it?
In the anus, I think it's the prostate.
The part of the body that controls ejaculation is not the spine. It is where? Kris says the
Not
prostate.
spine, brain. You said not in the brain. You said
Did I say
not in
spine?
the brain, but then you just said spine.
I gave the answer away.
Fuck.
Damn it. It's in the spine. All right.
It
Wow.
is?
Have I ever done that before? Have I ever
It
screwed up?
is?
Yeah. According
So
to this.
do you think like a chiropractor could make you come? Can I say come? Is that too crass with your child here? I feel bad.
No.
Can make you ejaculate?
He's 23. He's fine.
I won't speak like that in front of my He would have
I
a
don't
heart attack.
really speak like that in
Potty
front of
mouth
me.
and Kris over here though. I wonder then if a chiropractor.
Wow. You're making an appointment for a chiropractor today.
You know, it is on my list to do, but oh wait, is it just for a man though, or is it for a woman?
Well, from what I was reading, it didn't specify. So I assumed it's both.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe that's why people get into that business.
That's interesting. Because did you ever see, like, if they need an animal to ejaculate, let's say they're collecting bull semen, they go in their anus and they massage the prostate, and then
Oh, well.
that works on humans.
And
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right. Oh, we just found something else out about
Not
Kris.
for me.
Now I know what we're talking about next time you come in. All right.
Did I mention I'm a germaphobe?
Yeah, true. All right. Here we go. Question number 1. Steve Jobs co-founded Apple with who? Kris got it right. Vicky got it right. Definitely not Stephen Hawking, says Fremder.
No. But I'm a Mac girl.
Yep.
Born to cut my teeth.
Andy Plagano's got it right. Steve Wozniak. Wozniak. Which state is the Mojave Desert? I'm surprised you didn't know that. You said Utah. Andy Plagano said California.
Yeah.
Vicky says California. Well, you're all wrong. It is Nevada.
It is Nevada. I'm going there in 2 weeks. So
Of course
maybe I'll
you
check it
are.
out. I don't care for the desert. I actually, I went to Palm Springs. I hate the desert. I hate Joshua Tree. I hated all that. But at least I checked it out. But maybe I'll check out, because we're going to like Bryce, Zion. So maybe we'll check out if Mojave.
Is it easier to list the places you haven't been?
No. There's a lot of places I haven't been.
You don't go out of the country much. You're more of an America
Well, I went
travel.
to that big Greece trip last year for my 50th.
Oh,
That was a
that's
great
right. I forgot
trip.
about that.
I do
Yeah.
love America. I love.
Yeah, that's...
I'm a mouthy blonde, and in this climate, you can't really be too lax with where you're going. Like
Yeah,
you got to
true.
behave.
Yeah, I don't go for
Can't
that
be
behaving
like,
stuff.
you know. I do love America. I love Hawaii. You want something tropical? Go to Hawaii. I love the west
Hawaii.
coast of Florida.
Yeah, I need to get back to Hawaii one of these days. Michael Jackson had a #1 hit in the 80s with a song called Dirty Blank. Kris said Gene. Nope, Vicky got it, and Andy got it.
It is, when I sit here, I see the answers people answer.
Oh, yeah, you can see it there. But yeah, they got it right.
Cheat.
Diana, Dirty Diana. John Rusiello says California and Nevada. Oh, is that right? Is that true? Oh, I didn't know that. And from where I got my questions from, it didn't say that.
Do your research.
Which musical?
You know when a desert ends, it's like sand, isn't it? Just
Where's the
blowing?
borderline? Is there a sign?
Yeah.
Is there a sign in the desert that says now entering? That probably is.
They draw a line in the sand.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
My comic genes are coming through. Which musical was set in the Paris Opera House? Kris said Phantom of the Opera. Vicky said Phantom of the Opera. John Rusiello. Andrew Fremder. Oh, Fremder said Phantom of the Tits. Sorry. John Rusiello also got Dirty Diana. Okay. Yes, you all. Kris got it right too. Phantom of the Opera. The original, the movie, was non-musical. And I was in a non-musical version. I played the Phantom. I played Phantom.
Oh.
I did. It was awful. I was not very good.
Was it a movie first or like a?
I think the movie was first. I'm not positive of that. But, yeah. But then it became the hugely successful Broadway musical.
Interesting.
My husband's seen it like 4 times.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a big musical guy. There's some musicals I like West Side Story I love.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big musical guy. Phantom of the Opera, I'm like, I'm a big fan of Tommy, of course, the Who's Tommy, which just came back to Broadway.
Yeah. Kathy's taking my brother Kevin. He's a big Who fan.
Oh, yeah?
They give tickets away a lot of times on Q. You know, I win a lot of tickets. That's
Yeah,
how I
I know
see
you
every
do.
shit.
Wow.
Q104.
Oh, yeah? I saw it on Broadway back when it was first out. It was great. Which group had a 1990s hit with the song How Do You Talk to an Angel? Kris Thomas could not figure it out.
I get it.
I'm shocked.
Wait, was it that? Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
Well, yeah, if you're looking up there, you
No,
see the correct
but now
answer.
I'm
Vicky
thinking-
got it.
What
Andy
was it?
Pajanos got it. They're called The Heights.
No, I would have never got it.
And it was part of a TV show, says Andy Pajanos.
Really?
From Shari Lewis and
You know
Lamb
what?
Chop, he
One
said.
night I was at Industry, and because it was an offshoot of that apartment building show, The Heights. Yes.
Apartment building show? Oh, Melrose Place?
Was it an offshoot of like Melrose Place
I
or
have no idea.
91210?
I
I think one night I was in Industry, and one of those guys was there, and he was gonna whatever.
Oh.
He was handsome.
Yeah, Fremder said Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop, which is very odd that he said that. Because for my mother's birthday, my brother got her a cameo. Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop. Shari Lewis is long past, but her daughter is out there doing it now.
Yeah.
With Lamb, and that was my brother's gift to my mother for her birthday. He got a cameo from Shari Lewis's daughter in Lamb Chop.
Was she a fan or?
Yes.
Random. Oh.
No, she was
my
a fan.
father hated Sherry.
I'm like,
He said he had to do work for her once, and she was so mean to him.
Really?
Like before the fire department, he was like doing air conditioning.
Was she a Long Islander?
Queens, South
Oh.
Shores, the city.
And she was nasty?
Nasty. To
Really?
My father. So much so that I knew going forward, like I don't think I was allowed to watch the show.
Wow. You know, I was telling this to somebody just recently. Susan Lucci was one of the meanest people I've ever met.
Really?
She was so nasty
Dish
to
it.
us. It was a phone company job. We were working right in front of her house, and she came out screaming at us for the noise we were making. We're like, sorry, we have a job to do. We'll do the best we can. Screaming at us. Then her husband came out to try to like diffuse and get her. She turned and started yelling at him right in front of us.
Probably hungry.
We stood there like this.
Did you throw a Snickers at her?
Yeah, well, yeah, she should have a few Snickers. Yeah, but yeah,
That's not nice.
Oh,
People
she
just
was
doing their job.
awful.
If you didn't have your phone service, you'd be real fucking pissed
Well,
off,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
It's not like we didn't really have any desire to go around making noise in front of people's house. It's just we were doing our job.
Yeah.
Oh, she was terrible.
On Cherry Hill?
What's the over there in Garden City?
Yeah, that back little...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we worked at Howard Stern's house when he was up in Roslyn. We worked there once too. He was a little dicky. He wasn't too bad. His wife. This is when he was married to the first
Yeah.
wife. She was so nice. She was so sweet. What a nice lady.
I struggle with listen. I've been listening a little bit lately, but I struggle with that because I feel like everything he used to make fun of now, he's just become.
Yep, I agree 100%.
A model wife that we
Yep.
immediately put breast implants in, and like.
Yep, I agree.
Look at me playing with cats. Like you're fucking. If anyone else did that, you would have fucking
Yep.
handed their ass to them on the street at a red carpet, and you became everything.
Agreed 100%. However, the guy's pushing 70. You can't at that age still bring in half naked women and gawk at them. It's weird and creepy at that age. You gotta change your style. I mean, I agree with you. He is exactly what he fought against.
I guess
but
he had like this come to. Did you see these Vice documentaries about the '90s? Yes, you didn't see it because Jackie's on it. I like how I'm whispering.
yeah, I was about to ask why you whispering. I may have seen.
It's interesting.
Oh,
They
yeah?
fucking rip it apart. How he was mean but then he had
Well,
his
I've heard
come to
stories,
Jesus
yeah.
moment. That's an interesting documentary.
Okay.
Interesting.
That-
John's on it, Stuttering John.
What's it called?
I'll send you the link.
All right, yeah, please. I'll check that out. According to an estimate from 2011, how many cattle are there in the world? Zach and Kris both said 1 billion. Where are we? Vicky says 5 billion. Andrew, 2 billion. John Rusiello, 28 million cows. How many cattle in the world? Next question. Can we move on? Ha ha ha. You guys actually aren't too far off, and you guys were pretty close. 1.4 billion.
Really? And I wonder if is that dairy or just beef?
Yeah, that I don't know.
It's probably just beef because they
Really, you think that's just beef? You don't think it's both?
I don't know what the word. If I look up the definition of cattle, if it counts for.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
how much beef. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's terrible. It's terrible for the stop. It's not good for you either.
Charlie's Angels. What was the name of the agency headed by Charlie? Zach said the Angels. Who got it right? Somebody got it right. Vicky got it. How in the world did you know that, Vicky? The Townsend Agency. How in the world did you know that? What politician did Brian Thomas star in a commercial for? You're both right. Kris said Kate Murray. Zach said the devil. Kate Murray says Andy Plajanos. Oh, he got it because he stole the answer from Kris. Andy Plajanos with the Charlie's Angels question. The Stiff Socks Agency.
That's funny.
Yeah, Cheryl Ladd was my favorite as a kid. Oh, my God. Let's see. So, okay. Prurient.
Yeah.
Prurient. What is the definition? Opposite of a prude. Totally into sex, says Andy Plajanos. Vicky, someone who's truthful. The study of Prue, says Fremder. Zach said someone who loves prunes. Kris said advantageous. Yeah, Andy Plajanos got it right. It is somebody who focuses their attention on sex, not in an artistic way or to teach something, but purely to appeal to your own instincts. That is the.
But look what look what Vicky wrote. Donna's boyfriend Ray. Okay, but it was part of the show The Heights. So 90210. See, yeah, it was. It was part of 90210.
Nobody disagreed with you.
Shoe off. No, but I don't like that. I can't fully remember it. Oh. Yes, I remember that.
Plajanos. I knew Plajanos was going to comment because he has to be right. The Mojave Desert is more in California than anywhere else.
He's a smarty pants, though.
He's like, Googling. He's going to kill me for saying it. It's also a part of Arizona and Utah, and John Rusiello was agreeing.
I said Utah.
Okay. All right, so Kris gets points. She gets it.
Utah has everything.
Can't get over your thermos, said John. Well, the warmer months are coming. I need a lot of water. All right, well, nice job for everybody. You did a super. Yeah, because I gave away the answer on the next one.
Fine.
So,
Who knew? I'd like to see that. Can we Google that on YouTube? Like how
it's called porn.
Someone making. No, but I want to see someone making someone else ejaculate through spine manipulation.
Well, it doesn't say spine manipulation. It just says the spine controls the action.
So do you think if someone is paraplegic, then they can't ejaculate?
Well, my wife, his mother, who's a pediatric physical therapist, yes, she said that there's usually when you're like that, you have a lot of issues down there. Not just ejaculation, but with
like ED and stuff,
peeing and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of issues down there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go, Kris Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Always so much fun when she comes in. I love when she comes in. And yes, I do think she should be a permanent Tuesday person, a Tuesday co-host. We've had conversations about you coming in here.
I'm all over the place. I actually have this. The next 2 weeks, I work.
Oh, that's right. And she's going on a trip to.
And then after that, I'm going to
Nevada. In the desert.
Well, did you ever see those red rocks that look like waves? So this is how it all starts. I show.
Is that the Red Rocks Amphitheater in?
No, but have you seen that? That's in Colorado.
Oh, that's a nice place. Yeah.
I show my husband like pictures, and I go, "Oh, I want to go here," and then God bless him, he'll make like these. These aren't the best. But
oh
like
yeah.
Canyon. And so he'll make a whole trip around, and it's like it's not only the 5 of us going, but Uncle Kevy and Connor are going.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Car's gonna be like, because we're all in one giant car, but
glad to hear that. That'll be fun.
Road trip.
John Ruggiero says, "Great show, thank you." Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking around as we went late today. Once again, be sure to like and share all the Tillis Center stuff.
It's like all my shit.
Like all of her shit. She's a great photographer. Hire her for headshots like Zach did a few years ago. And Zach, what are we talking about? Anything?
What do you got, Zach?
What do you got to talk about? Anything? Anything you want to push? What's the name of the show you're working on with Deborah?
Well, it's a movie that we're doing.
Right.
It's called Waitlist.
Waitlist. So be on the lookout for that. Starring our own Travis Grant, who was in here yesterday for Treading Water.
I saw him. He was at that same show.
That's right. You told me. He's funny. We had to pull the show yesterday. They said some things on the show did stream, but then afterwards, Travis contacted me. He's like, "We said some stuff that might not go over well. You got to pull the show." I'm like, "All right." So we pulled it. But they are chopping it up and putting it out in clips. But yeah, the movie stars Travis. There's a movie that's he was in here yesterday. He was going on and on about what a great dude you are.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and then I told him what you said.
Thank you, Travis. He was in that movie that he was in. What was the movie he did about?
Yeah, like a year ago or so,
boyfriend.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to that. I know what you're talking about.
Sorry, what's his name?
Travis Grant. All right, we're out of here.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, it's Tuesday. Hershey and the Keegs tonight at 9:00. They got some cool stuff going on. I don't know if they've announced anything, but they have some cool stuff going on tonight. We're not here tomorrow. We're back here on Thursday. Me and Frank will be here. What do we got?
It's the waitlist thing on Travis.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
cute.
there it
That's
is.
a cute little, clapboard. Is that what it's called? Is that some STD? I don't.
STD.
Clapboard. Remember? Remember? It used to be called the clap.
Yes.
Clapboard. That's funny.
Ta-da-da. We're back here on Thursday. Me and Frank with our special guest Rory Kelly. She's a musician. Friday, me and Andy will be here. Linda Marcus Smith will be joining us, and hopefully she'll keep her clothes on. I don't know. And, of course, Thursday also is Circling the Drain, and Friday, of course, is Donversations, and we might do a green room this weekend. Me and Don have been talking about it. We'll see what happens. We'll let you know. So everybody have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you tonight with Hershey and the Keegs. Off tomorrow, and don't forget, tomorrow we're off, next Wednesday we're off, and then that's it. Starting May, we're in here again every day, including Wednesdays.
Really?
Yep, I'm going to be in here 5 days a week again like it used to be. And I'm going to be tired. But there you go. All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks again, Kris. Thanks again, Zach. And we'll see you guys later. See ya.
For your event today. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what?
Good. Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties.